It all began when our team detected a faint but undeniable signal of life coming from a distant planet. The signal was deep within one of the coldest regions of the galaxy, almost imperceptible, but it was there, persistently making its presence known. Our instruments indicated that the surface temperature of the planet was a bone-chilling 87 degrees Celsius. Nothing should have been able to survive there, but something had. We were aware of the risks, but the sense of curiosity driving us forward was too powerful to ignore. This could be the greatest discovery of our lifetimes. We set course for the icy planet in our ship. As we approached, the planet's grim, frozen landscape unfolded before our eyes. An endless whiteness, with towering ice mountains stretching toward the sky. Our suits were designed to protect us in the harshest conditions, yet they struggled against the relentless cold. As we descended deeper into the planet's surface, the signal grew stronger. It led us into a massive ice canyon, with walls towering above us, blocking out the faint starlight. As we moved forward, we began to feel as though we were being watched. At first it was a slight sensation, a shiver unrelated to the cold, a whisper of movement at the edge of our lights. And then we saw them. They emerged from the shadows like living nightmares, tall, slender figures, with skin the color of frostbite, their eyes glowing with a pale, eerie light. They moved with an almost hypnotic grace, but their approach was anything but friendly. Their presence was menacing, their intentions clear. These beings were not curious about us. They were hostile, and our intrusion into their frozen domain had enraged them. The first attack came suddenly. A blur of movement, a flash of sharp claws, and one of our team members fell, his suit punctured, the life-giving warmth inside it mixing with the cold. We fought back. We had weapons designed for defense, but the cold was sapping our strength, slowing our reflexes. The aliens were relentless, their knowledge of the terrain giving them an advantage we could not overcome. Amid the chaos, we realized a horrifying truth. The signal we had followed wasn't just a sign of life, it was a trap set to lure us in. These creatures were far more intelligent than we had anticipated, and they had been waiting for us. The realization hit us like a wave of ice, freezing our hearts with fear. Our only option was to retreat, to get back to the ship before these beings wiped us out entirely. But the way back was perilous, and the aliens pursued us, mercilessly hunting us down. Every step felt like a battle against the planet itself, the cold dragging us down, draining our will to fight. As we neared the ship, I could sense the aliens' presence, their breath chilling the air around us, their eyes promising death. The ship's doors were within reach, but a single thought ran through my mind. Would we make it? Or would this frozen wasteland become our grave? Our story ending in the silence of space, our bodies forever entombed in the ice? We had set out to discover life in the most unexpected of places, and we had found it. But now, as we raced against the cold and the creatures that owned this place, only one thought occupied my mind. Some discoveries are better left buried beneath the ice. As the ship's doors finally came into view, a glimmer of hope sparked. But at that moment, we realized a terrifying truth. The doors had been sealed shut before we arrived. The aliens had blocked the ship, creating an invisible barrier that prevented us from entering. Panic spread among our team. We didn't know which direction to run. The cold was now piercing through our skin, making every breath more difficult. As we searched for an escape route, we felt the aliens closing in like shadows in the darkness. Escape was now impossible. Finally, the leader of the aliens emerged, a towering figure. The others stood in silent formation around it. The eyes of this creature reflected the darkness of distant stars, mirroring the terrifying and cold nature of its existence. It approached slowly, but with deliberate steps. Suddenly, the leader's eyes flashed, and a bright light burst around us. This light was part of the aliens' defense technology, creating a brain-affecting effect that hypnotized us. The light made us feel lost in darkness, causing us to lose control of our minds and bodies. Our bodies froze, and the more we tried to move, the weaker we became. Our thoughts became blurred, time slowed down, and an expression of fear appeared on our faces. The aliens, using the cold light in their eyes, were erasing our will and taking over our souls. Rebellion and resistance seemed to have disappeared into this frozen darkness. In the end, the cold and darkness of this planet which we had felt as a presence, brought about our demise. The aliens' ruthless plan crushed us, leaving only a sense of helplessness deep within our souls. What remained was the silence of the dead and a hollow sorrow within the frozen bodies. Our faces, frozen like statues in the dark, could not resist anything or anyone. The ship remained there in a gloomy silence, sealed, cold, and abandoned. The aliens, observing the cold traces we left on the planet, turned back to their dark and cold universe after our failure. Our remains were left to the unknown cold, lost in the depths of space. The darkness and cold before our eyes did not only signify the end of our existence, but also the moment when a discovery came to a brutal end. The life we found on this planet, once a symbol of hope and curiosity, now represented a cold death in an unknown darkness.